Buen día, estudiantes de Poway Unified School District. Bienvenidos a otra lección del español con la señorita Kim. Hola, ¿cómo están hoy? Hello, students of Poway Unified School District, and welcome to another Spanish lesson with me, señorita Kim, your teacher. How have you all been? Thanks for joining me in my classroom today. As you can see, I'm here at Valley Elementary in Poway, where I teach in Spanish. We're in our classroom. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about sports. Do you remember how to say sports in Spanish? Los deportes. And last week, we already talked about our major sports, baseball, volleyball, tennis, and a few others. But today, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into our topic about sports. Ready to get started? Here's the video that you saw last week to start our lesson. You heard me talk about some sports that I do like, and you also heard me talk about sports that I don't like very much. Today, the video we're going to hear is also about the same topic, but I want you to pay attention to a new type of sentence structure. There's a new word that's going to help you understand what I'm saying. Here's the sentence that you're going to hear in the video. Here's a sentence that I want you guys to practice with me. This is a new sentence that hopefully you can hear me say, and I'm going to ask you to try to figure out what this means in context of this video. Let's try reading it together first of all. Me gusta blank, pero no me gusta blank. And as you can see, our sports have changed. Let's take a listen to see what we can figure out. Pay attention to the sentence. Hoy vamos a hablar un poco más sobre los deportes. Hay algunos deportes que a mí me gusta jugar, pero también hay algunos deportes que no me gusta jugar. Por ejemplo, me gusta jugar el baloncesto, pero no me gusta jugar tenis mucho. También me gusta esquiar, pero no me gusta el ciclismo mucho. Me gusta el voleibol, pero no me gusta béisbol. ¿Y a ti? ¿Cuáles son los deportes que te gustan jugar? What do you think? Could you figure out what that means? If you weren't able to figure it out, don't worry. We're going to dive into that today. Before we get started, as our warm-up activity, let's take a listen to this song. See if you can sing along.
¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta? Me gusta el fútbol. Me gusta el fútbol. ¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta?
Me gusta el baloncesto. Me gusta el baloncesto.
¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta? Me gusta el béisbol. Me gusta el béisbol. ¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta?
Me gusta correr. Me gusta correr.
¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta? Me gusta nadar. Me gusta nadar. ¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta?
Me gusta patinar. Me gusta patinar.
¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta? Me gusta el tenis. Me gusta el tenis. ¿Qué deporte te gusta? ¿Qué deporte te gusta?
Good job warming up. Let's go ahead and get started with our new lesson. So, here again, we have the same sentence that we saw in that seesaw video in our first listening activity. ¿Qué deportes te gustan? At this point, hopefully you know what that means. Which sports do you like? ¿Qué deportes te gustan? Me gusta, pero no me gusta. One example I could say is, me gusta el baloncesto, pero no me gusta cricket. Any guesses as to what that means? If you think this sentence means, I like basketball, but I don't like cricket, you're absolutely correct. And that word in red, pero, is an essential word to know. But it helps us put two ideas together, just like in English. Pero means but. I like baloncesto, pero I don't like ciclismo, for example. Here are some of the sports that we reviewed last time. We should already know how to say baloncesto, fútbol, fútbol americano, tenis, béisbol, voleibol. And today, we're going to expand our vocabulary and focus on some new sports words. Let's take a look at some of our new words. Repeat after me. We're just going to work on the new words. Golf, ciclismo, rugby, gimnasia, atletismo, cricket, vela, esquí, polo, natación. Great. As you're reading them, were you thinking about which sports you like and which you don't like? Here's the sentence that we keep saying today. Me gusta, pero no me gusta. I'm going to use a sentence with two sports that are new to us today. Me gusta esquiar, pero no me gusta cricket. Did you understand what I said? Your turn to come up with your own sentence. Try it out. Great job. There's just one thing that you have to remember when we're using the word pero, which means but in a sentence. There's a really important distinction to make between these two words that are very different things in Spanish. Can you say them with me? Pero versus perro. Pero versus perro. Can you hear the difference in the R? And that's because with one R, pero just means but. Quiero dormir, pero no estoy cansado. I want to sleep, but I'm not tired. Me gusta la pizza, pero no me gusta el pepperoni. I like pizza, but I don't like pepperonis. But what happens if you put another R? It becomes a completely different word. In fact, so different that it means dog. Tengo un perro. Mi perro se llama Spot. Perro with two R's is a dog, and pero with one R is but. Did you get that? Be really careful and try to pay close attention to the difference between the sounds. Pero, perro, Today's speaking activity is going to revolve around that sentence using our new word, pero, to make a more complex sentence. Here's the sentence frame that you have. Me gusta jugar, pero no me gusta, Let's try it with two different words. Here we have our list of sports that we've been practicing. I could say, me gusta jugar fútbol americano, pero no me gusta rugby. What about you? Today, you're going to get a chance to practice this sentence here and our new sports words for 45 seconds. How many different sentences can you form in 45 seconds? Good luck! Good work. Let's move on to practice our conversation of the day. Here's what today's conversation is going to sound like. Let's read through together. Hola, maestra. ¿Qué deportes te gusta jugar? Hola. Me gusta jugar fútbol, pero no me gusta el ciclismo. ¿Y a ti? Me gusta jugar, pero no me gusta. Me gusta esquiar y jugar baloncesto también. A mí también. But wait. As usual, there are some things we need to keep an eye out for. Before we go ahead and dive into practicing our conversation, let's revisit a few key words. We already talked a lot about this new word here, pero. Do you remember what that means? If you said but, great job. Remember, it's not perro, which means dog. We see pero a few times here to make our more complex sentences, but we also see two words in red here. Let's take a closer look at this sentence. Me gusta esquiar y jugar baloncesto también. If pero means but, y, what do you think that means? Me gusta esquiar y jugar baloncesto también. If you guessed that the word y means and, you're absolutely correct. And kind of along the lines of this word here, también means also. So this sentence here would be saying, I like to ski and to play basketball also. Here's a closer look. Me gusta esquiar y jugar baloncesto también. También means also. Y means and. All right, let's go back to our conversation. Don't forget, you're practicing the part of the student and responding to me as the teacher, Maestra Kim. Let's repeat it together. This is your part. You can say, Hola, maestra. ¿Qué deportes te gusta jugar? Your turn. Great. I would respond by saying, Hola. Me gusta jugar fútbol, pero no me gusta el ciclismo. ¿Y a ti? Repeat your part after me. Me gusta jugar, pero no me gusta. Don't forget to pick your sports to fill in the sentence. Me gusta esquiar y jugar baloncesto también. A mí también. Great. Now we're going to go through it a little bit faster. Here we go. This time it's up to you to recite your parts on your own. 2, 3. Hola, me gusta jugar el fútbol, pero no me gusta el ciclismo. ¿Y a ti? Me gusta esquiar y jugar baloncesto también. Fantastic job. All right, it's time to finish out our lesson with quiz time. Question number 1. What does the word pero mean? Hopefully you know this by now because we talked a lot about it. Does pero mean with, from, and, or but? The correct answer is but. Question number 2. Listen to this sentence. Me gusta esquiar y jugar tenis. What does this mean? I like to ski and play tennis. I like to do gymnastics and bike. I like golf. I like to play baseball and volleyball. The correct answer is A. I like to ski and play tennis. Question 3. What is the difference between pero and perro? Pero and perro. Pero means cat, perro means butt. Pero means snake, perro means butt. Pero means but, perro means from. Or, pero means but, perro means dog. The correct answer is D. Pero means but, perro means dog. Question number 4. Which of the following means the word skiing? The word for the sport skiing. Béisbol, gimnasia, esquiar, or vela. The correct answer is esquiar, for skiing. The last question of the day is, what is the right way to say, I like biking, but I don't like to play soccer? Me gusta la gimnasia, pero no me gusta el ciclismo. No me gusta jugar voleibol. Me gusta jugar tenis. Or, me gusta el ciclismo, pero no me gusta jugar fútbol. correct answer is D. Me gusta el ciclismo, pero no me gusta jugar fútbol. Fantastic job, all you sports athletes. We're going to have to say goodbye for today's lesson. Can't wait to see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Adiós a Cosmo, adiós a Luke, adiós a Wen, volveremos a cantar. Adiós Lucía, adiós a la maestra, adiós a los niños, volveremos a cantar.